Say hello, everybody.
Hello.
Okay. Like the girls helped themselves to some lip gloss. Hello. Hello.
Hi.
All right. So oh look, they're having a powwow. I don't know what's going on now. Oh, maybe he just forgot to. Okay, shh, hold on. I think Wendell is watering the horses, but it's my brother back there in the red, and I'm all excited. We are going to go up to our land, and we are all going to walk out on it and look and see where we're going to put the house. And yeah, things are becoming real now. And then I've got to buy the actual plans for the house because I've made up my mind and I'm committing. And like Wendell tells people, it's mostly my choice. So there's always singing. We could have the radio going and 3 different people singing 3 different songs. I've gotten used to it. But yes, so we're going up to our land to walk it out and decide on a house location and probably discuss a bunch of other stuff too. And I will try to shoot some video while we're out there. I'll detour a little bit. There's our small pond, our small spring-fed pond. So there's 4 adults and 6 small children clomping through the woods out here. Oh. We can't drive back there. There used to be a path, but yeah, it won't quite work right now. So just one more thing we have to work on. This is essentially what the whole property looks like. I don't know if you can hear over all the clumping. And it ends right over there. I don't know if you can see the red post behind that old busted up tree. But yeah. Oops.
You want to roll like a donut.
Something stuck in my hair. So, there was, okay, well, I didn't expect that to get stuck. I have a bobby pin holding part of it up. Okay. It's a little cool out there. More singing. We have a rough area mapped out. The trees are so thick it's kind of hard to see exactly. So what we did is marked out trees. Excuse me. We marked out trees we would like to leave there, and after we get a lot of smaller stuff taken out in the general vicinity, then we will come in and zone in on it a little more. But feels good. I'm excited. My brother's excited. They're like, yeah, it's gonna be like a party all year long. How cool is this? This was all completely covered with frost. last night and the night before. Is doing great. That, not so much. The calendula. There is some radish mixed in here. Get those mustard greens. Oh, there's some carrots. Some radish mixed in there. And some of this is arugula. And I'm trying to remember what the other thing is. I don't remember, but it's tasty. Nope. The pepper plant is probably gone. Gonna leave this covered up. Maybe the roots will stay warm enough and it'll come back. But if not, it's okay. So the carrots are not quite ready. I have two different varieties, a red and a white. I don't remember any names. And I just picked one. I didn't video before, but I just picked one of these to add to some stir fry for, I don't know, my stir fry dinner. I just grabbed some stuff out of the garden and I'm gonna cook it and eat it. It doesn't have a name. But isn't that pretty? There's one or two beets over there. I don't know if I've ever had beets before. There's one right down there. But yep, this little bit of green makes me very, very happy. And I was surprised. I had intended to come out here and cover up the cilantro, and there it is. And we have had, well, I think I said it a minute ago, very heavy frost the past several nights. There it is. Isn't that cool? Hello all. It's been a week since we went out on the land, and I had intended to do a little bit more to follow up on that. You know, to what extent, I can't remember now. So much has happened. That weekend felt like it was like, gosh, 3 weekends in one. It was just so much good stuff. Yeah, what was I gonna say? Oh, so I mentioned that my brother was very excited because that matters because he is going to be our our chief builder, and he has the most construction experience out of my entire family. So, you know, he will kind of be the voice of experience in building our house. He recently built his own house, which it's going to be a completely different style. For his, he went with steel beams and everything, and steel framework. And it's, you know, a totally different thing. And so, excuse me, I wasn't for sure what he would think whenever I showed him. I said, you know what, I showed him a picture of a finished house in a style like what I would like to have. And instantly his face lit up. And, like, there's been a lot of things I've suggested over the years because this has been years in the making. And, you know, friends and family, they would be like, yeah, you know, that's good, that's a good idea, and so on and so forth. Nothing really terrible, and if it was, I got feedback on that too, if it was a bad idea. There's a little bird up there. But when I showed him this, you know, he got really excited. And when someone is helping you to do something and they share that vision, they understand it, it makes things great, because, being on the same page with him is very, very helpful. And then he, in turn, works incredibly well with my husband. They are a very fluid team, and they look forward to doing this together because they love hanging out together. They've done some stuff like this in the past, and it's some of their favorite stuff to do. So, what I want to build is a timber frame house, and I show him that and he gets excited. And my sister-in-law, she was right there, like always in there with the guys, and she was excited about it too. And so the four of us will put a lot of effort into this. I know my dad will help when he can. I know I actually have four brothers. They will all help as much as they can. And I'm sure my father-in-law will. He's got a tractor. I'm sure we'll need it. Yeah, so I fell in love with the style and the feeling that all the like exposed beams in the ceiling give, and very old world. I like it. I don't want things to be overly primitive or rough. I love that fresh honey colored wood. So, it'll be my own take on it. But then I started watching people actually build these, and I'm glad that they're all super enthusiastic, and my husband too. He loves physical labor. It's just funny. Excuse me. Things that other people would not want to have to do, he loves to do. He loves the grunt work. And so it's great that there are people out there who enjoy to do that. And so me as a small person with very limited experience, it's actually very intimidating to watch these guys do this. I'm watching in awe, and I'm still inspired, and I'm still going with this. But it was a real whoa moment. Like, this is going to be a process. I knew it was anyways, and the fact that we're going to do it out of pocket, that makes it that way too. My brother and my sister-in-law both turned around and said, "Hey, let's do it tomorrow." But and if we had the site cleared and the materials, they would have gone out and started. They were that excited. But it is a process, and I think that's great actually, because like just being in that fast food mentality, that fast-paced society thing, I don't really like that. It's not, a lot of people have said it, and it's true, it's not sustainable. I hear a deer in the timber, I think. Could be a squirrel or chipmunk. Didn't know we had chipmunks until this past summer, but anyhow, yeah, I like that slow and steady, sustainable feel, and also it's character building. It really is. And like I said, this has been a long time coming, but as much as part of me would have liked to have already done it, to already be living on our land, the experience, the maturity that, getting cold, excuse me, the experience and the maturity that we've developed in these past, we've lived here 8 years, a little bit over 8 years now, and yeah, excuse me, all the things that we have learned in that time frame have really just brought us to this point. And I regret not just trusting God more and, you know, trusting in His timing, because that would have been very beneficial. Like, it probably would have still happened in the same time frame, maybe not, but I would have enjoyed more of my life. And it was actually one of my dogs that I was hearing, but she's scouting around. But yeah, I could have just enjoyed more of it instead of striving. So that I'm glad that it's going to be a process. And the whole developing the land into, oh goodness, now another dog's excited. But to getting it to a point where it's a sustainable farm, like self-sustaining, I'm confident that we can do that. But I also totally respect the fact that it's going to be 5 or 6 years of actually being there to really see that come into effect. And so, you know, that's a big part why I'm making these videos. Excuse me. I'm gonna go have some hot tea. I probably didn't, I don't know if it helped or not, because I grabbed something out of the garden out of a salad mix that I didn't know what all was in there, and it had been some mustard. I was like, oh, this tastes good, and I was like, oh, it's hot, I can chew through it. I almost gagged because it was that hot. I had to spit it out. So that might be a little pathetic or overshare or whatever, but it is what it is. They could see a deer, who knows. But yes, so in a recap, we'll be building it with the help of my family and their enthusiasm. And my husband and my brother are best friends. My husband and one of my brothers are best friends. And, like, we grew up together, so. But we will be doing a timber frame house, and it'll be a new experience for all of us. And I think we are all looking forward to the process, and I hope I keep that mentality. I'm probably gonna like make myself come back and watch this or something so that I can be reminded that, you know, it's about the journey, it's about the lifestyle. This is what I want. It is not easy, but it's so worth it. I'm so glad and proud of myself, not in an arrogant way, but I am very pleased with myself for applying myself to the garden and just, you know, moving forward, because I didn't have to do any of this. I could have sat and said I wanted it, I wish, and I didn't do that. I finally, thank you 2020, because that was a push, and you know, I'm really grateful for this year, in all honesty. And with that, I am going to get off of here, and my ear itched. But yeah, I'm going to get off here and cook some food, and me and the kids, I think we all want some hot tea. So whoever's watching, thank you. And I'll talk to you next time.